this last news story comes to us from PC Gamer, written by I can't say his name.
Take your time.
La 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 la. I need to do
breathe
my
in.
I didn't do my vocal warm up, so my tongue is all twisted here. Harvey Randall over at PC Gamer writes, a Red Dead Redemption PC port was proudly announced on the store page for the PS4 version of all places. This morning, several of the fine writers on PC Gamer, including myself, were staring at a store page description for Red Dead Redemption on the PlayStation website, trying to figure out just why we were looking at a proud chest-puffed announcement of a PC port for Red Dead Redemption, a game that hasn't seen a PC release since its debut back in 2010 because, well, it was on the store page for the PlayStation 4. It's been taken down now, but I luckily had the wherewithal to snap my own screenshot. Mind, we were only looking at it, the dang thing, because of quick draw observers like the prolific eagle-eyed industry tweeter Wario64. Still, unless we were experiencing a collective hallucination, I can absolutely confirm the store page read the following. Experience the epic Western adventures that defined a generation, now on PC for the first time ever. The not announcement then goes on to describe the port as having both Red Dead Redemption's baseline 2010 game as well as the Undead Nightmare expansion. Featuring the complete single-player experiences of both games, including bonus content from the Game of the Year edition, Red Dead Redemption features all of the 2023 console version upgrades, plus PC-specific enhancements, including support for increased resolutions and frame rates, multiple displays, and other accessories, plus spatial surround sound. That's wild. It's an entire ad for the PC version on the PlayStation Store. How do you mess that up? Like,
somebody got the images mixed up.
But why would PlayStation even have this information in the first place? Like Mr. Rockstar PR guy, either, like, the only way PlayStation would have this is if he accidentally emailed it to him. Because
so it's Rockstar PR then.
This write-up should have only gone to Steam.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason Sony got their hands on it. And they didn't think to check it. They just posted it. That's the wild thing. Sony is just like, yup.
I honestly, it's probably just automated. Like, it reads what, like, they probably tell publishers, hey, make sure you send your stuff in this format of text on the folder so that our automated system can sort it out and post it up.
Yeah, it's something. I don't know. It's wild. The one exception to this glut of features is an absence of multiplayer content, which is a shame, but in keeping with the lack of online support for the PS4 version released last year. The announcement itself is a real head scratcher. If a PC port is in the works, why would the wires be crossed so badly? Its announcement copy was dumped on the PlayStation Store page. Rockstar is owned by Take-Two Interactive, not Sony, so if the studio wanted to stay tight-lipped about the announcement, I'm not sure why it's sending press releases off to its mates. There's also the hilarious alternative that this is something Sony drafted up, being given the news, in which case, oops. That's the other theory is that Sony wrote it up, anticipating, like, maybe they got some insider information. They wrote it up.
Oh, and had it queued up, ready to go.
Yeah, and then turns out it hasn't been announced yet. So while we've seen data mined info in the past months that heavily hint at a port, there's no guarantee the thing's even coming soon. It's entirely possible someone at Rockstar, Sony, or its PR companies drafted up this company months in advance and just popped its head up above the trenches on complete accident. That's so. I mean, I could see this coming out sooner than later, only because like the console ports of the game came out last year. So it's been a year. There's no reason why it shouldn't be on PC by now. But what a wild story. Like, this is so funny. Like, this thing has been rumored for so long. And then to get like this kind of sort of confirmation basically through Sony of all places. Like, yep, coming to PC.
Yeah, it's coming all right.
It's going to have
this
all
console
these features.
Too bad.
Higher resolutions, multi-display support, all blah, 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 all this stuff. It's like, wait, what? This is so wild.
When did we talk about this? Huh?
Oh, man. Yeah, I can't imagine, like, whoever made this mess, whether it was the PR guy, someone at Take-Two, or someone at Sony who for some reason felt like they needed to write an ad for freaking Red Dead Redemption. They were having a bad day that day, I'm sure. They were probably like,
they're fired.
Step into my office real quick.
Yeah, no, they're absolutely fired, whoever it is.
Oh man, like this isn't even just like, there's no way to do this accidentally. Like along the way, there was a very intentional thing that happened here. Yogurt Archangel chat says incinerated 100%. Like there's no accident about this. This was like intentional at some point, or just complete negligence. Like is this absolute like not actually paying attention at their job, which
also would constitute a firing if it were of this magnitude. So
exactly. Oh man. So wild. I don't have much more to add to it, but I saw this as such a funny and wild story. I had to share it. So look forward to that. I do love me some Red Dead Redemption. I missed or maybe just forgot that they ported it to consoles last year. Kind of tempted to pick it up. I haven't played this game in a long time. I really enjoy it. But I also feel like I need to just play the sequel because everyone says it's so good.
Same.
So dang good. It's like,
that's all I hear is it's a master. I'm not saying it's not. It very well could be because the first game was phenomenal. So I just need to sit down and dedicate the time. But then Ranger just got on my case about not playing Final Fantasy 16. So which one is it going to be?
Final Fantasy 16. Don't be dumb. Don't be stupid, Adrian. I know you're smarter than that. It's Final Fantasy 16.
It is, but it's also Red Dead 2. So
yeah.
These are similar caliber games. I'm just saying.
We'll see. So yeah, stay tuned for maybe that's the big game that's getting announced this week. Not an Xbox game. Rockstar is coming out saying the PC port's coming. Who knows?
I mean, they did just have that big buddy moment with Square Enix at the Final Fantasy 14 event where they were like, "Oh, really? Yeah, Square Enix are our homies, and we're having more Square Enix titles come in the near future for Xbox." So you never know.
Yeah, what if it's the other way around? Sorry, this is going back to the last news story. But what if it's not Xbox game going to PlayStation? What if it is like Remake and Rebirth coming to Xbox?
It very well could be because the exclusivity has been up.
Yeah, at least
and
for
if that's
Remake.
The case, yeah, for Remake for sure.
That would be.
I wouldn't. We could see it tomorrow, or we could see it Wednesday, opening night. You never know.
Crazy.
Or doesn't Xbox have a showcase at Gamescom?
They might. I don't know. Gamescom comes and goes every year, and I always forget about it. Like a lot of times it happens, and I'm like, it's always next week when I'm putting the show notes together. I'm like, oh, there's a lot of articles from Gamescom. Did that happen? Oh yeah, I totally missed it. This is like the first year I'm aware that it's even happening, so it is wild because big things get announced there sometimes, not all the time. But yeah, we'll see. We will see what happens this week. Thank you so much for watching that clip from our podcast. Remember, if you want to watch the whole episode, the full episode, link will be in the description below. You can click on that and check it out. We got listener questions. We got more news segments. We got what you playing. We got a lot of fun things. So yeah, more than just the news. There's a lot more to the show that you should go check out. So remember, click that link in the description. Check out that full episode.